What we're really talking about is this one brand new song, Thick Girls Knock Me Out, which just sort of appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, we're always recording and we're always working because we've always owned our own studio. So, how we arrive at records isn't like a traditional, let's go in the studio and make a record. It's I think we have enough for a record, you guys. Should we just finish this song, that song, and that song and make, okay, great. That feels like a record. Great. And so this was just a song, and since we're touring Europe, we just thought we'd put it out in Europe. And the way the world is so interwebberly connected, you can't really just put something out in Europe. You just put it out,
Yeah.
So.
Well, the song itself, I'm not one for pushing an artist back to their earlier catalog, but it actually seems like it's one of the most reminiscent songs of some of your earlier material that I can remember lately.
I hear that every day. Well, it sounds like your old stuff.
And I apologize for that because I'm not one to push an artist that way.
I love our old stuff. I mean, I like all our stuff. I listen to my band every day. I probably listen to more Dandies than all other music put together, really. But that's why we do it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I have the perfect stoner experience. I smoke pot every day, so I smoke pot, and I like Zeppelin, and I like the All Laws, and I like lots of stuff. But I listen to more of us, because it is my perfect stoner trip.
It's fun.
So. This is just a goofy, giant, redheaded, Irish, obnoxious chick 10 years ago, punching me in the shoulder, being wasted, slam dancing to the Irish band that was, just being the worst person. I don't even remember whose friend she was. We were in an Irish bar, and I think we were really, we weren't even in Ireland. We were like maybe in Spain, I think, maybe. And, it's just one of those stories that just lingers. And then one day it just is handy because it just falls into place with some music. And then you have a song, and it's clever and kind of funny. And if you just fit some more words in there, like it's done,
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that happened. And I'm so tired of just talking about Donald Duck, just everyone just only talking about him,
Right.
So it did seem like a relief, at least, to have something funny, just something that isn't about something really smart and gonna really work out all the problems, or angry or bitching or just hopeless or any of that. It just seemed like what was necessary right now.
Well, to close up on the song, though, I did have that other question about how the Beatles fit in with the story. I mean, you, of course, reference Paul in the lyrics, but you've got Ringo and his birth name there stuck in the title, that parenthetical title.
Right. Well, I always karaoke to "It Don't Come Easy."
It's a great
and
song.
So it's serious as a heart attack. I mean, it's really. It's amazing. That is one of the best songs. Try it next time you're out at karaoke.
All right.
Just go for it. You'll find that it's easy. You don't have to know it by heart. It's just real easy, and it rips. I mean, it plays itself, man. It's really fun to sing in karaoke. Yeah, and I just thought that somebody's got to point out that Paul McCartney put out a record called "Kisses on the Bottom." What on earth? That was the only reason is because somebody needed to point that out. That went almost completely unnoticed. Just me and a few of my friends just went, what the? And so I've been just dying to put that out in the public.
Right.
The chick was the giant bruiser was pogoing around and bumping into people and to an Irish, probably to them covering the Proclaimers or something. But I had to rhyme slam with the jam, so I put in the city. It's got a nice ring. It certainly wasn't. They certainly weren't covering "In the City" by The Jam,
Right.
at that moment 10 years ago, and I wouldn't even remember what they were playing. But yeah, so it's just fitting the rhymes together. Got the Jam in there. Got Paul McCartney and Ringo.
Well,
I've also
it's a great pop song, man.
I've also got the Plugs in there.
I missed that.
Red Eye Number 9 is by the Plugs. But that was just so I could get Sparky, because electricians, for builders, they're called Sparky. And I was just putting something together with electricity in case anyone would catch the Plugs reference. Yeah. And I had to rhyme it with Starkey.
I mean, when we started this off, you almost kind of wrote the song off like it's a goofy little song, but there's a lot going on in that. Like, that's not just something that had to have fallen out of you. I mean, there's some
it's
intelligent
a lot of
thought.
Yeah, it's like all good stupid things. They're smarter than they seem. As long as nobody pores over it as a piece of literature, as a precious piece of intellectual work, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, buddy, I'll let you get on the bus there, but I appreciate you making this time for us. And I really love this song. We're going to be playing it a lot, and I can't wait to hear what else comes from you guys. So,
thanks.
All right. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, Kyle, man. I'm glad we finally did it.
Yep, we finally did it. We'll do it on the next single, too.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
All right, take care.
Cool, you too.
Bye.